After a 2-1 weekend at Penn State, Indiana was ready for their third straight weekend on the road. This week featured a trip to Ball State, a school that has a special place in one Hoosiers' heart. Kendall Bierman comes from a volleyball background. Both her parents played volleyball at Ball State. Her father, Chris, holds school records in 6 statistical categories. With Kendall coming back to Ball State, it was a special weekend for the Bierman family.
He has a pillar actually for breaking records, and he was on a really good team when he was there. I think they went to 3 Final Fours. So yeah, I would say my dad's a pretty big deal. Ball State known, but yeah, it's just a good influence for me and a good role model. So I always am really proud of him when I see everybody knowing him and talking to him.
Yeah, and for me it was 3 Final Fours and 3 championships in the conference, and it was just being one of the best teams in the Midwest and kind of breaking through that whole California thing. The 3 Final Fours in a row were pretty cool though. Sophomore, junior, and senior year, that was a real, impressive memory that, me and the other guys that played on that team, we still talk about it even today. So it was a lot of fun.
I learned how to bump a ball when I was 4, so I was a gym rat my whole life. I went to all my dad's practices when he was a college coach. So, and my mom played too. It's not just my dad. She was a college baller too. So I've just always had that part of the game in my blood, and it's nice.
When she got to 8th grade, she was a basketball player, and she won the city championship in basketball for middle school, and we were driving home. She goes, "Dad, that's the last basketball game I'll ever play." And I went, "Okay, I guess she's going to play volleyball then." So that kind of started the whole thing, and she's always been in the gym. When I was the head coach at James Madison, we have pictures of her in the ball cart, as a little bald baby, 2 years old, kind of playing, but she's always been in the gym. She's a classic gym rat. I was a gym rat, she was a gym rat, so we're kind of a family of gym rats.
My earliest memory with volleyball would probably be when my dad was the head coach at Pittsburgh. We would be at every game on Friday or Saturday night, every home game as a fan, me and my mom and my little brother, and I would just watch the girls and think they were so cool and so old, and I just was it never crossed my mind that I would be out there one day because I was so young. But looking back, those girls were all my role models, and I still am friends on Facebook with some of his old players, so it's just funny that it came full circle, and I'm very lucky to play in the Big Ten. So I think all of that shaped who I am now.
Bierman showed off her leadership on the court as the Hoosiers started their weekend against North Dakota State. IU got off to a good start, winning their first match of the weekend 3-1 over the Bison. Later that day, the Hoosiers found themselves in a tight battle with a very talented Northern Iowa squad.
This is the fun stuff, right? You're playing a really good team. We're playing really, really well. We're hitting great. We're going to make a few more plays. We're taking some balls. But this is the deuce game. You develop and you grow, and you want to be in this situation where it's tight, and then you learn how to finish games. Because it never goes away. Right, over your career, it never goes away. So you start to lust for it and be like, all right, cool, 23 up, I'm in. 24 up, I'm in. All right, so execute here. One pass.
Let's go. 1, 2, IU!
The Hoosiers fought hard, but ultimately Northern Iowa won the match 3-1. The Hoosiers had one more game, Saturday night against Ball State. After winning the first set, the Hoosiers dropped the next 2, and in the fourth found themselves behind again.
It's a deuce game, you're not out of it, right? But you gotta be, if we play bad, we don't deserve to win. We have to clean it up so we start playing with a little bit more tempo, a little bit more belief, and then you can have some success, get into a 5th game. Then we can get back to that first game mojo where we hit 400. All right, so we know we have that in us. It's about being patient, trusting the system and what we do, and managing it, all right? They're gonna play hard, we're gonna have to make plays.
The Hoosiers rallied together to win both the 4th and 5th sets to defeat the Cardinals 3-2, winning 2 of their 3 games in Muncie and improving to 6-2 on the season.
I'm not the most vocal person, but I think I lead by example, and people just look to me as kind of a calm presence, getting the job done, doing what I'm supposed to do, doing my job. And being an outside hitter, you're kind of the leader regardless, because you have to do everything and you have to be in the game the whole time. So I think I just try to do my thing, and that makes everyone else feel like they can rely on me, and I think that's kind of my version of leadership.